Emsolation is recorded on the stolen lands of the Wurundjeri people, the first storytellers of this country. We pay our respects to elders past and present and to any First Nations peoples listening. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
You're in Emsolation.
Hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Rossiano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain and a podcaster. And I'm riding solo because my co-host is off being a production husband. Gallivanting the world with his successful movie-making husband, Adrian Chiarella. I speak, of course, of Michael Lucas. Could nary do a podcast. He's being replaced by my father today in the sealed section. That's right. Vincie will be joining us to talk all things F1 because that happened in Melbourne over the weekend. I'm not quite sure where I am or what I'm doing. I think I was there. I'm sure I was there.
Em was actually there.
Thank you, narrator. My dad was certainly there. It's our grand final. It's our Christmas. When Dad and I make our pilgrimage each year to wherever the Grand Prix is in Australia. He's coming in. You have to be a subscriber to listen to my father's recap. It will be heavily edited.
And he won't be eating this time?
I did spring that on him. I did put a video up of Dad explaining what happened to Aston Martin's engines and why Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll are sitting on the sidelines watching the races. And he was mid-pizza.
Yeah.
He's often mid-pizza more than he's not. Yeah. He could show up with the pizza. Oftentimes he's so on brand.
I hope so.
He'll just walk out holding a tray when I arrive at his house. Like, I just made a fresh pizza. When are you not making fresh pizzas, Vincenzo? So that's exciting, but you must be a subscriber. And if you want to subscribe to Emsolation Extra, just hit the link in the episode notes. Is that right?
Yeah, the description, yeah.
In the description of the show now.
Yeah.
You can just
You'll see it right under the little picture of you.
And I'm encouraging you. I know perhaps the idea of subscribing to a podcast is crazy because why buy the milk when you get the cow for free? Isn't that what they used to say to slut-shame women who had sex before marriage?
I need to Google.
I think so. That feels like something a 1950s mum would say to her daughter. But I just want to encourage you to make us your first one. I'm an independent operation, neurodivergent. I employ a bunch of queer weirdos. We all are, and we run on the smell of an oily rag, aka our monthly subscriptions. Get on it. It's less than $2 a week. Just hit the link in our description, as Ben said. And while I'm here whoring myself, go and check out our socials at Emsolation Podcast and at Emrossiano. We live and die by you liking, sharing, commenting, doing all the things. Ben and James spent a lot of time on the visuals of the show and, sometimes we mention things that Instagram tries to squash, like how much we don't like Donald Trump. And I just noticed whenever we go that route, we tend to lose half our following. So get in there, check it all out. Well, as I said, I'm not wearing headphones. I'm sitting here going, why can't I hear my voice? But I can.
Or your sounds.
Or my sounds.
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Yes, Benjamin?
I thought you said why buy the milk when you get the cow for free?
Possibly.
But I could be wrong as well.
Did you look it up?
Yes.
And?
That is the saying. If a benefit or commodity, the milk, is available without cost or obligation, there is little incentive for you to pay for the cow.
So the mum would say that to her lady daughter to make sure that she remained virgin. I have been watching a lot of Anne of Green Gables.
That explains it.
That's my emotional level at the moment. I can take it, and I've decided to go back and give Anne with an E another chance because Netflix remade Anne of Green Gables, but called it Anne with an E. But I found the girl they cast as Anne to be insufferable because I feel like maybe she reminded me of myself.
Ouch.
But I was so obsessed with Anne of Green Gables and her love affair with Gilbert and Prince Edward Island and Marilla and Matthew and the puffy sleeves, and I'm really glad I've gone back and watched it because it's quite beautiful. But I realised she was just ADHD autistic. And that's why I really resonated with her. She got in trouble for speaking too much. She wanted to be a writer. She was romantic. She was dramatic. And I was sitting there watching it last night with fresh eyes thinking, Of course, I loved her as
Does
a
that
child.
happen a lot now? You watch things back and go, hang on a minute.
Yeah, like frequently. Horrible flashbacks. I want to thank everybody who turned up to Darwin, my live show. The kickoff of Addicted to Love did debut at the Darwin Comedy Festival. And Darwin, you are hot and sticky. I did regret when I peeled my latex costume off me, wrung it out. It was like I'd done an infrared sauna.
So we're wearing that again.
It was hectic. Absolutely. No, I loved the costume, but I really didn't think about the conditions in which I would be wearing it. But the show was fantastic. The man I got up on stage to recreate the stretch scene, I have a scene where I describe how Scott asked me out when we were groin to groin and he was laying on my leg, stretching my hamstring. So I ended up pulling up one of the random men from the audience. Turns out he was the head sponsor of the entire Darwin Comedy Festival. Because I'm looking around the room and I could see the girls who had brought me along kind of panicking. But his wife was cacking her dacks. They'd never heard of me until that evening.
Oh, wow. I love when that happens.
Yeah, so won the wife over completely. And I didn't know until after the show he was the big head boss. I'm telling him his feet smell. His hamstrings are rubbish. He should have worn better jocks. Like, I was having a whole conversation with this man while laying my entire body uponst his leg and getting him to ask me out.
Stretching muscles that he probably hadn't stretched in a long time.
He has very tight hamstrings. And I suggest not doing great pelvic thrusts in the bedroom. If that's the case, it's all linked. Oh, my God. But Darwin was great. The show worked. I now get to put the show up on blocks. Michael Lucas attended. He and Adrian flew to Darwin to see the show. Again, not one single member of my family was there, but Michael Lucas showed up, as he always does. And I got the post-show breakdown, and it's so great having his insights. He's like, I love this. I think you need to change this. So the show now goes up on blocks because I realised there's quite a few moments in which I champion men. Yes, you heard that right. But I don't do the observation of excellent and superior men are often just the same as an average woman. And when you flip it and say, what would a woman have done in that circumstance, you could hit any woman on the street who would behave in a certain way. But if a man did it, it's like, oh, my God, knight him. So I'll be kind of putting the show up on blocks now, writing some more original songs, but it went really well. It's going to be touring the country, everybody. Addicted to Love is coming to you. And the idea of the show is to provide like catharsis and comfort and love and humour and support to people going through big life changes. Because sometimes we approach the big life changes in a way that we've been set up to feel like it's a failure if something changes or something happens where you take a complete left-hand turn to what you thought would happen. And I'm wanting to challenge that idea that, say if you're single in your 40s, it's a failure. Or if you decide to change your career in your 50s, it's not a good thing. Or if, you just don't want to make the school lunches every day and do all the curating, that you're a bad mother. I think all these things need to be challenged early. So I need all generations of people to show up to this show. I've never done anything like it. It's a real concept show. So I'm looking forward to bringing it all to you. Speaking of love, I am a single lady of a certain age. And I was sitting with my friend, another single lady of a certain age yesterday, and we were discussing her situation in that she has a lover who lives elsewhere. And she was saying, I think I want more. I think I want him to be able to move in and I want to be able to have a life with him and I want to be able to have breakfast with him and I want him to be around the kids and I want our families to blend. And I'm like, do you?
Yeah.
And I really challenged her on it because I have been going through the same thing and that's why this show is going to keep evolving as my love life evolves. I thought that that's what I wanted. I wanted a man who our lives would combine and we'd do the sport run together on Sundays and we'd have breakfast together and we'd live together. And then I was standing in my incredible wardrobe.
I have to share this?
And it took me so long to extract Scott's things from there. And remember, Scott had 1 metre by 1 metre in my 50-metre wardrobe. Mm-hmm. It's not 50 metres, but that's the ratio of what it was. But I said to her, I'm challenging myself on the idea that I want another husband 2.0 because I don't know that I do.
No.
But I think maybe I've been conditioned to think that that's
yeah.
Yeah?
Honestly, as soon as you were telling me about your friend, I'm like going, hang on a minute. Are you just in that old mindset of this is what I have to do?
Yeah.
And you don't.
It's the old software.
You have to be the Brady Bunch.
No, I don't want to. And this morning I found some of Odie's boyfriend's jocks in the washing and I picked them up and I said, I will never wash a grown man's jocks.
He wouldn't want you to either.
Oh, no. Odie's boyfriend's lovely.
Yeah.
And Odie would probably just, let's not look too deeply into why his jocks were in Odie's washing.
La, la,
La. But I realised at that moment, it was like an epiphany as I held these wet Y fronts. Never again. I don't want to share my house with a fully grown man full time ever again.
No.
And it was such a relief. And then I said this to my friend yesterday and she really said, yeah, maybe you're right. Because I want my space, hard earned.
Yeah.
I'm so done.
It's your sanctuary then forever.
Truly. And also, I love the idea of, and I think it was Helen Bonham Carter and Tim Burton where they had houses side by side with a bridge.
Kirstie Alley used to do that as well. They had two houses with a runway between.
Yes, I love that idea, whatever it takes. But I think, and that's why this show has been, it is every time depending on where I am in my love life, every time I perform it, it's going to be different. But a lot of the show was discussing age gap dating with women and men because I think it's still fetishized for older women to date younger men. Totally fine for elderly men to have youthful women on their arms. But if it's reversed, it's always a bit, I don't know, it's a bit like, oh, wow. That's exactly what it is, though. But in the show, I do talk about the fact that I've had great success with 35-year-old men because they want to please me. Because some of them have mummy issues. Oh, no, so sad, too bad. Some of them want a gold star. And also, I'm approaching dating now like a straight man. What's in it for me? Because if it's not a steak dinner, nice wine and an orgasm, get out.
Oh, my God, yes.
I don't want to be your mother. I don't want to be your cleaner. I don't want to be your chauffeur. I want to be someone you please. And when you start throwing this stuff around, men get discombobulated. They truly do, but not the 35-year-olds. They respect it. They love it. And then an Emsolator has brought something to my attention while I'm in my horny era. As Robin said, it is my mission now to stay horny.
Yeah.
I love you, Robin. My favourite singer, Robin. A note crossed the desk, my desk. Jessie Ware, one of my other favourite singers, she has released a new film clip for her song Ride with the subheading Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. You know that is one of my life mottos. And I am going to get the film clip up now. I haven't seen it, but I'll tell you, it was Emsolator Natalie. She writes, Dear Em, cough. Consider this a submission for an OK stop, please. Now, the video stars Jessie Ware and actor, let me see, I did look this up. Did I? Maybe not. Some actor. Wait, Vincie's text, hold.
Oh, God.
I'll be at your office around 12. Sure. Just changing the time by an hour and a half. That actually works for us better. That's good. Okay, fantastic. So, James, if you could please get up Jessie Ware's Ride. And you know what? Let's not do the whole 3 minutes, but I'm sure we'll get a vision, a picture. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hang on. I'll need headphones.
I was just going to think.
God damn it. I'm sitting here
So
like,
cocky.
I've broken them. What a surprise. Hold caller. One moment. All right. These are the worst. I've got all my hair, my locks, my hair's hanging on like a dead Fraggle at the edge of a cliff at the moment. I'll tell you, I've got to go get
That's a visual.
I'm seeing
a dead Fraggle hanging on the edge.
Yeah, or Fizzgiz, the dog in the Dark Crystal. Remember when Fizzgiz gets accidentally thrown in the pit when the Skeksis are all gathered around the Dark Crystal? And Fizzgiz is hanging on by his teeth because we think, oh, God, they've killed the dog. And then we go inside the crystal cavern and then Fizzgiz is there and Olga discovers Fizzgiz hanging on by his teeth.
How did you get out there?
That is my hair extensions currently. It is rotten. But I'm seeing the hair witches this week. Thank God. Okay, what was I saying? Jessie Ware.
Jessie Ware.
Ride. Here we go. Ooh, it's black and white. There is a man, a cowboy, with a white palomino. I believe that is James Norton is the cowboy actor. Oh, nice jawline. And he's got a little earring. He's a sassy cowboy. Jessie's in a bustier looking out a window with thorns on it. Oh, God, he is attractive. I love the black and white. There's a lot of like adjusting of harnesses aggressively to say, this is what I'll be doing to you later, Jessie. She's arching her back. She's leaning back. Ooh. Yes, Jessie. Yes, you are. Now, this is what we love to see. A woman in her 40s. Oh! He's riding his horse through a field. It's bucking. He's in chaps. Yes, Jessie. Oh, gosh. I thought I saw a flash of a bondage chair. Did I? Did I see a man tied to a chair? Jessie's got a whip. Ah! My name is. He's riding through the field, tight white singlet. Oh, she's licking his face. God, we're really jumping. They're pashing. She's got her foot on his chest. Yes, Jessie! I think Emsolators are seeing me because of the hair and the age and the singing. I mean, I'll take Australia's Jessie Ware. Okay, he's topless. She's rubbing her body. Now he's on his knees. I tell you what, I need to make a film clip just as an excuse to hire an actor like this. This is hot. Okay, she's now sitting on him, riding him. This woman is happily married since 2014 to a childhood sweetheart, not to this man. Oh, my God. Okay. Now she's hugging him. He's topless. He's walking in a white singlet and chaps. She's sitting on him, riding. Okay. Oh, he's blindfolded with rope in a chair. Yes, you saucy minx. Okay. Okay, he's on hands and knees crawling to her. She's got her legs spread on a chair. This is fucking hot. He's biting her hand. He's kneeling down where he should be. Her head's back as though he's got his head in between the legs. Get it up, get it up, get it up. Oh, my God. I probably have gone too long. I should pause it now. Okay, stop. This is what I mean. There is a renaissance at the moment of older women getting into their sexuality, and I am all for it. And I don't know if I'm just saying that because that's what I'm doing.
Oh, hang on. I've been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and they're doing that too.
I'm so glad you're onto the Real Housewives of
got
Beverly
me
Hills.
onto it.
It's great, isn't it?
It is so good.
And Rachel Zoe
Oh,
and Kathy Hilton just saying bonkers things every second
Just a
episode.
little cameo.
She's so unhinged. Oh, my God.
Jennifer Tilly's amazing.
Truly. So I'm going to be, as Robin says, and I'll say it again, it's my responsibility to be horny and keep you all horny in a way that is, appropriate for wherever you're at in life. Even if you are attached and married, there's nothing wrong with being horny, but not necessarily horny for other people. Horny for yourself, horny for life, horny for whatever the day brings. Imagine if you walked into school and your child's teacher said, "How are you?" and you said, "Horny." That would get a response. Probably get sent to the principal's office. Now, I wanted to discuss the absolute furor that has erupted around one Timothée Chalamet. Chalamet! Poor Timothée. How to lose an Oscar in 10 days is what we're going to call the last 2 weeks.
Correct.
He was front runner for an Oscar Best Actor, although now we think it could be Michael B. Jordan. We're hoping. He's always said, "I want to be one of the greats." He's been very calculated in how he moves. He's obviously together with one of the Jenners, Kylie, the lip one. Lips? The one with lips.
The lip one.
I saw the most hilarious thing because if you look up, you can see what Kylie looked like 20 years ago before she was very wealthy.
Yeah.
And she was a thin-lipped Lizzie. Mm-hmm. Chalamet also a thin-lipped Lizzie. And I saw a meme, it was so funny, and they were like, "Y'all out here pretending like a child with no lips isn't about to be born." Because apparently rumours are she's pregnant with Chalamet's child. Oh, wow. Who knows? She probably just had a big lunch. So Timothée was sitting down having what he thought was a very innocent chat with, all right, Matthew McConaughey. just about how, in general, streaming, movies are losing out to streaming, and it's about trying to compete in a new era of how we consume movies and TV. That was the broader scope of the conversation. Unfortunately for Timothée, a short clip was taken out of it. Now, look, what he said was shit. But when you watch it, I went and bothered to watch the entirety of the clip.
Right.
And it's not
Context.
as bad as it sounds. It's bad, but it's not as bad as it sounds. Let's just have a look. He just happened to pick the most sensitive and dramatic sector of the arts community who don't take criticism lying down. Well, in fact, put on an entire musical about it. Let's just have a look at what Timothée had to say.
I admire people, and I've done it myself, to go on a talk show and go, hey, we got to keep movie theaters alive. You know, we got to keep this genre alive. And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, you know, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership.
So he was, not to defend, but I believe he was talking about mainstream popularity, not artistic value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think Timothée's mother is a ballerina, literally. He attended the most prestigious performing arts high school in New York. He knows many people in this industry.
Yeah.
But he has pissed off all of opera, all of ballet, all those gay, delicious boomer men who work there. All the up and coming. I don't know if you've met a professional ballerina dancer, but it's just entering a room is an event. So he's really, I feel for him, and I also wish he would have chosen his words more carefully. But it seems like the entire internet, because they can't be angry at the general state of the world, they have all directed their furor at what is happening with the general state of the world, gestures to everything at Timothée Chalamet, the tiny little cat weasel shoulders of this boy child who looks like a stiff wind would blow him over. I mean, you could all take Timothée in a fight. Don't worry about that. But what he said was shit and untrue. But I do believe, in defense of Timothée Chalamet, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I just kept seeing it escalate. And then there's like, he's been invited to all these events now to see that it's important. Like they've gone absolute drama.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the literal equivalent of me saying, you know, oh, I really love apples. Oh, so you hate oranges. Well, here's the finest orange juice and you're going to go to every, it's just that very, I just think ballet and opera is okay. He knows how important you are. I don't think inviting him to events is going to, that's not what he meant. He meant the cash money.
Yeah.
But I just have to say to the internet, maybe we could direct that anger elsewhere because Epstein file Google searches dropped 95% since the war started.
That is horrifying, isn't it?
So no one's talking about the Epstein files. Everyone's fucking talking about Timothée Chalamet offending opera and ballet at large. But no one is talking about what's been, you know, what the main focus should have been, so we can get that lunatic out of office, keep the conversation going. And you know what? It's a horrible conversation to have, obviously, and nobody wants that shit in their algorithm, but we need to keep discussing it and keep it relevant because the whole point of starting this bloody thing was it worked.
Yeah.
He's totally played the entire
100%.
internet. And Albanese's stepping in now and putting Australia on the line. Every time Albo speaks, I'm like, shh. Stop alerting people to our presence.
Who hurt you?
I've had it. So, look, what Timothée said was wrong, but could we perhaps direct some of that attention away from the tiny scarecrow man and back onto the actual things that, you know, matter in the world right now? Thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk. What else did I say I wanted to talk about?
We've got a few questions from our listeners.
We do. We put the call out if you all had any questions for me because I haven't done any questions on the main app in a while and Benjamin has sent them through. I'll just answer like 2 or 3 and then it's probably time for me to wrap up because Vincie will be arriving to do our F1 debrief. And if you want to hear it, you have to be a subscriber. Just click on the link in our description. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Amazing. I mean, we've made it so easy for you. Also, if you're an Apple listener, Apple Podcasts, last week's pod is up. A lot of you we call it habitual listening, where it's part of your routine. And if you go in on the day where you listen and it's not there, you just won't listen. You sluts, you whores. You won't work for it. You won't work for us. You won't come back and visit. Last week's ep is up. Please go back and listen to it if you haven't. And we're hoping this ep has appeared on Apple today. Yeah, we're hoping.
Please.
Here we go. This is from Amy. Fitness update, please. I listened to the Stacey Sims ep and the Q&A you did. A lot for motivation. Oh, that's good. Look, the fitness has changed. I'm not going as hard as I was at the gym or in the weights because I was finding it was stressing me out a lot and putting me in cortisol. And I've been the busiest I've ever been in the past 3 weeks. So I've been going for a lot of runs and I've been doing stuff at home. I went and got myself some kettlebells. So I've been getting out the little yoga mat. I'm actually cancelling my gym membership because I can never bloody get on any of the machines I want to get on, and it's full of old men looking creepily at me when I do squats. I've had it. Does Fernwood still exist? Do lady-only gyms still exist?
I think so.
God. So the fitness is I move my body every day. I haven't been doing the really heavy weights. I don't know. I go through phases. I'm ADHD too, so sometimes I just lose interest. I have been doing 2 a.m. pottery.
What?
I've stopped sleeping. I don't know what's happened, but I cannot sleep. So for the last week, I wake up at like 2 and I've been making clay, air dry clay with Elio, and then I find myself nude in the kitchen at 2 painting the stuff I've made during the day. That's the latest hyperfixation.
Wow.
It's not good for me. Odette got up the other night, got the shock of her life. Odette got up to get her
Pottery.
girl dinner, and as she reached for the shredded cheese she was about to have at 1 a.m, there her mother was crouched in the corner like some kind of horrifying ghost remake solo. I was Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze all at once. There I was, crouched.
Ghostly white.
Well, I don't want to put on I don't want to put on fresh jammies because I'll get clay on them. So
Oh, yeah.
I just take them off.
Also, it's your house.
Thank you so much. And if a man were to be living with me, I think they would take issue with me doing pottery nude at 2 a.m. Why was I talking about that? Fitness regime.
routine.
So I just make sure I move my body every day. I'm still like kettlebelling a few times a week, but also remember genetics. As you'll see with my father, ripping Nick, mid-70s, I'm quite lucky in that regard also. Also trying to have enough protein, failing. I'm not looking after myself well at the moment. Don't look to me for inspiration. I told you, I am not here to be your role model. Perhaps, what's the opposite of a role model? A cautionary tale. Next, can you do more singing on the pod socials? M karaoke, please. You don't have to ask me twice. Kira. Indeed, Missy Higgins is joining us as next week's co-host. We're very lucky. Her and I were discussing which songs we'd like to do. Of course, I want to ask her to do all her classics, but that poor bitch has been singing them for 57 years. So I was trying to be cool about it when I was at her place, and I said, what do you want to sing? What do you want to sing? Of course, some obscure album track came out of her mouth, and I said, oh, well, why don't we sing together? And she's like, oh, what do you want to do, ska? And I was like, no.
Yes.
I must remind me to talk to her. You all, I want you to see her tattoo that she's got because it's hilarious. She's got this one specific tattoo that when I spotted it and I asked her about it, it's the most basic bitch tattoo I've ever seen in my life on the most complex, brilliant human on the planet. It's a lovely juxtaposition. So her and I are going to be singing some songs together and she'll be in next week. I'm looking forward. She's so wise. She's my Yoda. I'm looking forward to you getting some wisdom from the Missy Higgins variety. I'm desperate to bring out the side of her I get to see because Australia's sweetheart has some edge. Let's just say that. So thank you for that question. Oh, God, I'm really getting sidetracked. I've lost my Vyvanse, so I'm unmedicated. Will Em be taking her show to Sydney? Of course. September. Around September, I'll be in Sydney bringing Addicted to Love. And honestly, I don't know what version you're going to get because every time I go on a new date, there's a new segment that's going to be – this could be a 24-hour show by the end of it. Who knows? Men keep letting me down in ways – it would just unimaginable ways, can I tell you. If one more motherfucker tells me to get in my feminine, You're not getting anywhere near my feminine if you tell me to get in by feminine. There's this whole bullshit red pill bro movement where women need to stop doing masculine things. And you know what the masculine things are? Asking for what you want, going to work, making decisions on your own. Having an opinion is considered masculine.
Oh, my God.
It is the biggest load of horse shit I've ever heard. If you want to be a high, what do they call you, a high value female, you've got to be in your feminine to attract an alpha. If a man uses
off.
any letter of the Greek alphabet to describe himself, run. Run. Red flag. Don't even know why I'm here again. Why am I here? Okay, that's quite enough from me. Thank you very much for joining me on this solo ep. I don't know what happened. I can't remember. We may be able to get a promo video out of it. Coming up next, though, my wonderful father, Vincie, will be joining us in the sealed section. He's apparently arriving an hour and a half early, which is great for us. The boys have to get this main ep done. It'll be fine. Well, we will be doing a complete F1 recap. And maybe you think Thursday's a bit late for that, but you won't have heard anything like it when you may have listened to 15 other podcasts, but nothing's going to prepare you for whatever's going to come out of my dad's mouth. Quite frankly, I've never been more frightened than what's about to happen. We may need to get in the people who edited like Avatar to make this listenable. Who can say? He's an ethnic boomer and those men are unhinged, wealthy, and have a lot of time on their hands. All right, gang, make sure you check out our socials. Please subscribe. Think about supporting us. It's less than $2 a week. You get such value out of it. Again, go to our show description and click on the link. Amazing. Bye. If you're not a subscriber to Emsolation Extra, here's what you're missing. Hello and welcome to the sealed section where I am joined by our most special, unhinged
Apple tree.
apple tree. Vincie's here, my dad. Woo, stop doing my dad has invented a gang symbol and he just keeps ripping it out and it is so Elio. Like, I need everyone to understand Elio and Vince are cut from the very same cloth. Dad, first of all, welcome to the pod.
Thanks, Em.
It's your first time.
Yes.
Let's have a sip of rosé. Cheers, Dad.
Cheers.
Brucey.
I said to Dad, do you want a wine? He goes, nah. Oh, if you're having one. Twist my rubber rum. How is it? Was it taste like? Do you like it?
Very sweet.
At time of drinking, it was 12:32.
We're Italian.
Somewhere.
It's fine.
It's water.
It's water. This is all pre-recorded and going to subscribers, Dad, so you can be as unhinged as you want. The general public, people have to pay for this level of lunacy. We've got you here because on the weekend, the F1 round 1 took place in Melbourne. Did you have a nice time?
I had a lovely time, thank you.
Don't be normal. Stop putting your mask on. Unmask. I demand you to unmask.
I'm waiting for the real questions.
Straight off the bat. So, God, it's like sitting here with my son. I can't. It's like surround sound Vince. And he'll come home and be like, I'm not drinking water straight from the tap anymore. I'm like, fucking Dad.
Hi.
Tell everyone your theory about tap water.
Well, it tastes chemically, and if you let it sit overnight.
We saved the best stuff for Emsolation Extra. So if you want to hear or even better watch what happened next, just click the link in our episode description or visit emsolation.supercast.com and join. Instantly, you'll have access to a world of bonus eps and other treats, all accessible through the podcast app that you are currently listening on right now. And on our extra tier, you can also watch and stream the video episode of what you just heard and our exclusive sealed section episode back to back every week via the Supercast website for just $2.50 a week on our yearly plan. Join Extra or Extra and get 2 bonus episodes every week, plus close friends access on Instagram, pre-sales ticket priority, and merch discounts and one-off exclusives. Find out more. Click the link in the episode description or go to emsolation.supercast.com now. Emsolation with Em Rusciano is recorded at Down the Hill Studios. Hosted by Em Rusciano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley. Produced by Em Rusciano. Filmed and edited by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rusciano and Marcella Rusciano Barrow. With assistance from Jem Evans and Isabella Hines. You'll find links to get more Emsolation on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we can't wait to chat with you again soon.